What if everything that you've ever learned about manifestation, about your gut feelings, your intuition, is all just leading you into the quantum field? I am so excited for today's show because we have the quantum psychic on. I'm going to read her bio. Kathleen Pitt is a retired nurse practitioner turned quantum psychic. After hearing light language one time, she was activated and realized she was made for more. And now she helps other women tap into their intuition, activate their soul purpose, and get paid for their unique gifts. Welcome to the show. I've been following you, not to sound like a creep, but I follow you on Instagram. I wanted to ask you, what exactly is a quantum psychic? Does that mean you're psychic? Like, tell us all the tea.
Okay. Do we do it now?
Yeah, we're getting into it.
Okay, perfect. Let's get into it. So, yeah. Hi. Thanks for having
Hi.
me. And
Yes.
thanks for following me on Instagram. Thanks for watching that journey. I don't know how long you've been on Instagram, but it's definitely been just a wild experience because I think that when people see personalities on Instagram or on social media, wherever you consume your content, it's really easy to see that person and see where they're at and what they're doing and what they're putting out there and be like, wow, that's so amazing. They have it all figured out.
Ah,
Like, it's this beautiful picture that's painted, and we
yeah.
know that that's only part of it.
Mm.
And of course, like, I call myself the quantum psychic. Like, that's not something that started when I was born.
Okay.
By God, no. Like, that's like something that I evolved into after I heard light language at the beginning of 2024. So everything
Pause
like
real quick. And I might do this sometimes. What is light language?
Okay. Well, so light language is what I like to say is energetic frequency transmitted to physical sound. So some people call it like tongues or Holy
Oh,
Spirit, or some people like
okay.
starseed, just whatever resonates with you. For me, it's just the quantum energy flowing through me. And I know that I exist in a 3D dimension. And so for
Okay.
any of that energy to move through me and be heard or seen or felt by somebody else, like, it has to come into physical 3D dimension form, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So keep going.
Great. So, I heard light language at the beginning of 2024. I was a nurse practitioner, very burnt out, had the kids, the house, the perfect job, and like everything was perfect. And I just fucking hated it. Are we
Yeah.
allowed to swear?
Yeah, dichotomy with Shannon. I
Great.
pray on my knees and I say fuck like it's my job. So yeah,
Okay, great.
we
Amazing.
dichotomy.
Yeah, so it just like I just fucking hated it. I hated it, and I hated that I hated it because
Yeah.
I manifested this life. Like, I chose this life. I did everything to have this life. I sacrificed myself, my family, and my sanity for this life, and I didn't want this life.
Mm,
So what the fuck was I gonna do next? Like,
yeah.
what's the next step there if you look like you have it all and you have nothing inside?
You're quietly crumbling on the
Oh.
outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I heard this meditation, I heard light language. I had this full body awakening and activation, like goosebumps, chills. And I just was like, whoa, what is this? And I remembered that I spoke it when I was 8 years old. So I was raised in a Catholic church. We went to church all day, every day. It was like, twice on Wednesdays, once on Saturday, twice
Wow.
on Sundays. We were Catholic. And yeah, I spoke when I was 8 years old. And I remember it being like this thing of like, what just happened? What did she say? What's going on? And it was like, for me, an 8-year-old was like, don't ever say that again. Like, don't ever,
Mm,
like, there's way too much attention for whatever that was. But yeah, so I heard it as an adult, and then it just started me on this journey of awakening my psychic gifts, my intuitive gifts, what I'm meant to do in this world, who I'm meant to help.
wow.
And I very quickly like started an Instagram in February of 2024, and then I was able to leave my nurse practitioner position by September of 2024.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it
So
was, and
what
I
you were saying, the message was resonating with so many people. And I want to just take a quick step back with this light language. So if you did it at 8 and it was in the Catholic Church, they would have called that tongues, like you said. Did you have a translator or did you even know what you were saying?
at 8 or now.
At both. Well, now I'm assuming you know, but at 8, were you like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, so what they did is they put all the kids in the room. There was somebody that was speaking tongues at church, and it
Okay.
was like, "Oh, we can speak tongues, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah.
And so then, they had, like, adults, like, pray over us, and there were kids that were just like, "Yeah, blah, 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 blah." And so I didn't. I spoke it, and it was just very much like, "Whoa." And I don't think they were expecting that to happen.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So now when you spoke it, you understood what you were saying and you were set free from whatever bondage that was tying you to the 3D reality?
Yes. So now, like, I wouldn't even say that there's any literal translation. It's just like, yeah, yesterday in my membership, we were doing an activation and we get to the throat chakra or energetic center. And I could very intuitively feel that many of them were holding on to stagnation or energy or
Mm.
blocks or chains. What I saw was chains and like just walls. And so
Yeah.
intuitively, what came through channeling and source was like light language. And I just knew that what that was breaking the chains energetically for them.
Yes, I agree with that, especially with women, because we are taught. I don't know if you grew up Catholic, you're taught to be submissive. You're taught to win them over without a word, which means shut your mouth. You're basically taught to sit there, be pretty, don't say anything. It's damaging and it's abusive. So I
Yes.
love that you have a heart for helping women, especially women that were conditioned. If you can read energy, which I'm assuming you can, I mean, it sounds like you can.
Yeah.
What do you think a lot of women and men too, I guess, but I'm assuming you only work with women. Most of my people that watch my show are women. I only work with women.
Yeah. We can focus on women. That's fine.
Yeah, let's focus on women. What do you think that you see as the biggest block in all or most of women? Like the most
Mm.
common one?
I would there's 2. I mean, really
Okay.
the first one is the childhood one, right? So it's that submissive, be the good girl, like allow yourself to just, don't take too much space, don't be loud, don't rock the boat.
Yeah.
And it's just hard because being a mother myself, I understand like where that programming comes from. It's like when they're going insane and crazy and you're just trying to get them on the bus, you're just like, shut the fuck up,
Yes.
stop, like get your
Yes.
shoes on, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, I saw a reel the other day, it was like, "I didn't yell at my kids for 7 days straight as an experiment." And what happened is that we were late for 7 days
Oh,
straight.
that is so funny. That's truth.
This is
Yes.
so true. It's like, "Jesus, just come on, like, get your shoes on." You try
Yeah.
to be calm, you try to be regulated, but sometimes they just need a little boundary enforcement.
Mm.
So I get it, of course, but then there's, like, even deeper layers of trauma and healing and subconscious whatever that's
Yes.
telling people, "Be quiet, don't speak up, don't go outside the norms, like, stay within this, like, confine that we've
Mm.
created for you and told you is safe," right? So
Yeah.
that's number 1, and I think that's huge and everybody can relate to it. But number 2 is also from this, like, upper register of your energy, so your crown chakra, your 3rd eye, it's like, you're such an overthinker. You don't want anybody to tell you you're wrong, you don't want anybody to criticize you, your heart is, like, protecting itself, and so you
Okay.
overthink over and over and
Yes.
over again of what the right thing is to do, and you examine it from every possible angle, and then you start to take action, and what that
Yes.
actually does is it creates a box of limitations rather than expansive limitlessness,
Mm.
which is really free flowing energy.
I believe it's visibility wounds because people like us that were healers in past lives, I mean, we've been burned at the stake. We've been murdered from time and time, again. So we're afraid to speak up, even just touching upon ancestors. After I lost my sister, I don't know if you followed that, but she was my best friend, 44, in
Mm.
her sleep. After that loss, Kathleen, I swear there, I feel ancestors. Like I feel hundreds and hundreds of women behind me I've never
Yeah.
felt this before. So talk about activation, but I truly believe that there is something to that. Can you speak into that at all?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes. First of all, yes, you're not making that up. That's
Okay.
like definitely that's true. And it's a powerful like initiation for you, like in the understanding that you have hundreds and hundreds of people behind you, not only in this life, but in your past lives as well. And they're all supporting you on your journey. And what are they supporting you in? They're supporting you in leaning closer and closer into alignment in your soul
Yeah.
purpose and what you're meant to do in this world. And once you can feel into that energy, then yes, you can ask them to work on your behalf. You can
Mhm.
ask them to go to your clients in their dreams. You can ask them to speak your names in rooms that you're not in and opportunities for you that you're not aware of to be spoken on phone calls. That is your team. And that's only like 1/6, 1/8, 1,000th of what's possible and available to you in other realms and dimensions.
That's incredible. Did you study this on how to master it yourself?
Yes. Yes. I feel like yes, and it a lot of it is its innate soul knowing. So something I really talk my clients through is you already know how to do this. You don't
Yes.
need 100 certifications. You know how to do this. You've done this in many lives
I literally
beforehand.
have like 27 certifications.
Stop doing this. You
Addicted to
already
learning.
know. Yeah, you just know what to do. Like, I think it's kind of, I mean, I guess sometimes it is easy for me to say that because I am a board certified nurse practitioner. So I innately know about a lot of things and trauma and
Yeah.
communication, et cetera. But it is something like if you're constantly chasing the next certification, take a step back. What can I do so easily and so comfortable? I've
Yes.
done this over lifetimes.
Yes, yes. And you teach women, and this is my heart because my thing is abundance coaching to God's daughters because I want to get into the women of the church that are taught to be silent and
Yeah.
submissive. How,
We're in the business of getting you paid, right?
yes, yes. So how do you do that? And what's a big money block that you can say that's so easy that women can do themselves now to release so they can start calling in the money?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that, like, and I just actually made a couple of videos about this today. I help people get paid for their purpose. So it's not about getting paid because, oh, well, people say I'm really good at styling or people say I'm really good at hair. So maybe I should start this content or maybe I should do this.
Yeah.
It's about something that's like so comes so easy and naturally to you
Yes.
that it's the money is a byproduct of living in that alignment. It's
Oh,
just
I
a
love that.
byproduct of like, this is who I am. I'm fully expressed, I'm fully open, I'm fully created, and I'm being fully seen for who I am. And therefore, the money and wealth is a byproduct.
Mhm.
Because I believe that all of us have a soul purpose in this lifetime, and all of us have soul contracts and agreements with those that we're meant to work with. There's no like limitation on clients, there's no limitation on people, there's no limitation on what is meant for us in this world. And we've already decided before we were ever born, we already decided who we were going to work with.
Oh, I love that because I truly feel like on a collective, we are becoming more and more like high frequency. Do you notice
Yeah.
that? People are going after their passions for the first time instead of just killing themselves at the 9 to 5 job. But there still are those people. Like, what would you say to the woman right now that has a passion that she wants to follow? But you know what? To make finances meet, she has to stay in this 9 to 5. What would you
Mm.
say to her at this moment?
I think the biggest like thing that I really coach people through is like you tune into that vision. This is where the quantum comes in, right? It's like you tune into that vision of you that you see in your mind's eye. Like she's happy, she's living, she's free, she's wealthy, she has everything she'd ever wanted, and she's just so turned on for life, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
tune into that vision of her. And if you can see her and energy cannot be created nor destroyed, then that is happening right now. It is simply happening at a different frequency. When you match the frequency to the vision that you see in your physical reality, then that vision has no choice but to just drop in.
How do
So
you
yes.
match the frequency? Just think about it, visualize it.
So yes, you can stay in that 9 to 5 job and you can express gratitude like, yes, this is paying my bills, this is my finances, I'm supporting me.
Yes.
But what as that version of me that's living that life, what's one aligned action I can take today? What's something I can do today to
Yes.
bring that vision forward? And it's
This
that physical action, the physical thing that we do. Just like light language is energetic frequency transmitted to physical sound. If you're receiving ideas and thoughts about what you want and channeling it in, you have to take action in the
yeah.
3D so that it stays here.
Yeah, you can't just sit there, close your eyes, and just manifest it, right? You
Yeah.
listen to all that
That's be
manif
nice. Yeah.
well, yeah. What about shadow work? And I wanna touch upon this real quick. I don't know if you do any of this
Yeah.
because and I'm touching upon it only because I have been there to the point where I think old Shannon, I was addicted to healing, right? That's
Mhm.
hence the 27
Yeah. Yeah.
certifications,
Yeah.
like I'm addicted to personal growth and healing and upping my level and not going back to where I once came from. But
Mm.
shadow work is a beautiful thing when you look and you accept the darkness, I would say, I guess, within you. Do you agree with that?
Yes. I think, well, like, what is dark? Like, I could talk a lot.
I mean,
What
we're
is darkness,
dichotomy,
right?
right? We're light and we're dark. Like,
Yeah.
if you really think about it, you're as dark as like your darkest thought, which I don't care who you are. We all have fucked up thoughts. Like I have
Yeah.
had dreams where I'm like, holy shit, I will never repeat that to another soul. Like it's
Mm-mm.
scary. Like, how did my brain come up with this? Watch one Rob Zombie movie, and you're like, that guy is fucking dark, right? Like he is
Yeah.
sick. Where does
He's
his
not the
brain
only one.
right. So that kind of dark. I'm not like trying to shame people for it because we all have it. It's in all of us.
Yeah, but I think the big thing there is to define like when we say like what's dark, it's like what are we making that mean about ourselves? What are we
Mhm.
making those thoughts mean about ourselves and what is it actually showing us? So yes, I definitely am huge on shadow work because I believe behind that depth behind that darkness is your greatest power. Like,
Yeah.
for example, you asked me if I saw dead people. Yes, I do, but I also see a lot of other things. So one thing that came to me in the middle of the night was this demon, and I woke up out of nowhere, and it was this awful, awful demon, and it was angry, and it was snarling, and it wasn't coming to get me, but it was just standing there. And I
Mm,
said, "What are you? Who are you? Get out of here." Like, I
yeah.
am the commander of my reality. I can ask them to leave.
Yes.
So, "What are you? Who are you? Get out of here." And he said, "I am greed. Let me go." And it wasn't that the
Oh, you just gave me
demon
goosebumps.
Yeah. It
Wow.
wasn't that the greed or the demon was there to hurt me or harm me. I could be scared of it, right? I could be afraid of it. I could just pretend that it didn't exist and just block it out of my mind's eye. But instead, it was this personification of greed. And what is greed, right? Greed is fear, it is
Mm,
scarcity, it is lack. Let that go. And on the other side of greed is freedom.
wow.
So when you talk about like shadow work, yes, we do
Yeah.
shadow work because on the other side of that darkness is your light.
That is so beautiful. I really love that you just said that because I think so many of us run and hide from that.
Oh, yeah.
When
Well, it's
if I were to see a
scary.
demon, I'd probably shit myself and be like,
Yes.
"Jesus." But I love that you sat there and you saw, okay, this is something in you. This is right. This was something in you that
Yes.
was bringing
Mhm.
itself to you so you could bring it to awareness so you can get rid of it.
Yes, exactly. And just
That's
so
amazing.
anybody's listening who's like, "Well, I was thinking I might be psychic or I'm thinking I might spark my intuition." Fuck no. She just said she saw a demon. I don't wanna
Yes.
see that shit. I just wanna remind you I've been doing this for a couple of years, and it wasn't my first encounter with the supernatural. You will not start out seeing demons. That's just not how the divine plan is.
I wanna see my mom and my sister so bad, and, like,
Yeah.
sometimes but I ask them not to scare me. I'm like, "I wanna see you guys, but don't scare me." Like, "I miss you, but don't scare me." 'Cause I still have their ashes, this sounds sick, in my bedroom because 'cause
That's
I'm,
not
like,
sick.
not ready to I'm, like, holding on to what? Like, I know that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I'm in the know, but man, this earth sucks without them. It really
Yeah.
does. It
I
really
mean, I
does.
think you could ask them to show themselves too. Like, I'm sometimes like, "Oh, show yourself to me. Give me a sign." And then sometimes what we do is we see a sign, right? Maybe your lipstick was moved, or maybe something is different that day. And then what
Yeah.
we do is we logic ourselves out of it. We say, "Oh, well, that I probably just put it down the wrong way," or "Oh, it was me. I'm the one who left the back door open," and that's just not true. It's the other side, the other dimension.
I ask questions like a five-year-old because I'm a five-year-old. What do
Okay.
you think happens after we die?
Um. Well, in what capacity?
Well, because energy, right? We're made up of
Yeah.
energy. We're not destroyed. Like, where do you think we go? Like,
I think
some
we
people
just
think
go
we go to
back
heaven.
to
Some people think we go to another quantum. Other people think we go, I don't even, it's so explained so beautifully. Like, we're all just like a speck in the ocean. We all go back to the one consciousness. And like, what do you
yeah.
think?
I think one consciousness is just this beautiful like flow, place, and state. When I talk about soul purpose, and you talk about past lives and burn and witches at stake,
Yeah.
etc. We all have a soul purpose and mission in this world, and we have these visibility wounds from last times, and that's just
Yes.
karma that we need to clear, right? So
Yeah.
you will continue to be reincarnated in this dimension until you do that thing, until you live in that purpose, until you free yourself from the
Mhm.
lesson that you were meant to learn. When you
Mm.
die, I do believe you go back into unity consciousness and then reincarnate until that lesson is learned. And then past that, once you learn that lesson and die, I'm not sure. I think you do ascend to another dimension.
I'm definitely going to another dimension. I
Yeah,
like do
I'm doing
not
it.
ever want to come back to the
I'm learning and grooving, baby.
yeah,
Just check me
whatever
off.
you want. One more thing. What is something that you wish people would understand about the quantum field that maybe would save them years of suffering? And also, like, because of me, years of studying and
Yeah,
looking to out because we outsource our power to the next teacher. What do you think they can
mhm.
do right now within them that'll save them?
You get to choose.
Mm,
You get to choose your life. You get to choose your circumstances. You get to choose how much money is made to you. You get to choose how hard it is, how difficult it is, how easy it is. There's unlimited potentialities and possibilities and timelines that exist within the quantum field. You get to choose. And if the life that you desire is not showing up in the reality that you're living, then that is a choice that you are making. And you get to shift and choose and change whenever you want. And that is the beauty of free will.
that's so beautiful. And I want to end it at that, but I have to ask one more question. What about the children though that are victims? They don't ask for it. And like the
Yeah.
starvation and like the human trafficking. Like there are some victims, right? That they're not
Yeah.
choosing that.
I think that when we talk about soul purpose and soul contract and soul alignment, I made another video about this today. You were really locking in on what I've been channeling.
Oh,
When we when we choose our life, we choose our soul purpose, we choose our mission, we choose the karma that we're meant to clear in this world. We choose the place that we're meant to be born. We choose the time. We choose the astrological condition of the stars so our birth chart can support us. We choose our parents. We choose our siblings. We've all chosen every single thing that's happened to our life. And as you go into this life in the specific place that you were born, you choose what happens to you on a soul level. And that is the hardest pill to swallow. And it is not something I want to make light of or undermine
yeah.
anybody's trauma or things that have happened to them in their life. But on some level, on a soul level, you have chosen this.
Mm.
And when you can accept that and you can recognize that on some level, I have chosen this, then you can then begin to transmute your pain into wisdom, into power, into the lessons that you were meant to learn and embody so you can lead others in the way that you were meant to lead. It is not happening to you, it is happening for you.
Mm. Well, gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming on my little dichotomy with Shannon. Someday I'm going to be big and you're going to come back and
Oh my
we're
gosh,
going to
you're
talk
big
more.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Gosh, it's all how I say it.
Hmm.
Right. I'm like super viral and like millions of people love it and I'm helping so many people.
Yeah.
How can people follow you, find you, work with you, give us all of your socials, whatever?
Yeah, I'm on the Quantum Psychic everywhere. So Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever you want. I have several free resources, communities. Find me wherever. The Quantum Psychic.
Okay, and if they want to work one-on-one with you, that's the same place?
Yep. Find me. Find me.
Find
Send
me.
me a message. It's me. It's not a bot. It's not my
Oh, I
page.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. All right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for
No,
having
because you know what? We don't know what's in store for our future. There's so much. There's so many people awakening every single day. We are literally leveling up. We are leveling up our consciousness on such a huge collective. And remember, your life doesn't change just because you heard something profound. You actually have to go and act it out. Take that inspired action today. Take that one move today. Thank you guys so much for listening to Dichotomy with Shannon. I'll see you on the next one.